Today we have two teams of desperate housewives longing to get out there to go shopping. And here are the rules. They get 1 hour to go shopping, they had to find 3 items, and they only have £300 to do it with. And then those bargains go winging all the way to the auction, and if they make a profit at auction, they get to keep it. Anyway, let's go and meet today's eager teams. Today we have two teams of incredibly talented, gorgeous,
beautiful,
scintillating ladies to entertain us. Amy and Sally for the Reds, welcome, and Julie and Vanessa for the Blues. Now, Amy, how do you and Sally know each other?
Well, funnily enough, we're sisters.
Oh.
I'm the eldest sister. I'm 26 and Sally's 24.
You used to share a bedroom for 18 years, right?
Yes.
So you do know everything about each other?
Absolutely everything.
And are really close?
Yes.
Still?
Yes.
Which is lovely, isn't it? Do you have a fondness for antiques, Amy?
I like more the sort of flea market car boot end of things.
What, the cheap end?
That's the word. Just junk, quirky items, vintage handbags and shoes, really.
It says here you're writing a book?
Yes, I'm trying to compile a photography book, local sort of fashion pictures of people in the street, and ask them a few simple questions about what they're doing that day, what they're thinking of.
And why they're wearing that ridiculous outfit?
Exactly. Why they're wearing those yellow leggings.
Right. So it'll be a book with coloured photographs?
Yes.
Right.
Yes. So hopefully it'll be very interesting to look back in, say, 50 years and see what you're thinking about.
Just recording high fashion, street fashion right now with this little caption. I think that's a lovely idea. What will you be on the lookout for today in the way of a collectible?
I think sort of quite kitsch and unusual items, some quirky, maybe toys, something like that, yeah.
So we're going to have fun watching you shop anyway?
Yes, definitely.
Brilliant. Sally, what made you want to come on bargain hunting?
Well, I didn't actually know that someone had applied for it, and then we got a phone call to say that we had got through to the telephone interview, and yes, very surprised, very excited.
Well, who put you up for it? Was the someone?
It was sister.
This
yes,
someone,
it was Amy.
Ames.
Yes.
How naughty.
Very naughty, but very pleased.
But very pleased.
Excited.
Anyway, you got through the next stage, and here you are.
Yes.
And congratulations. You're something of an entrepreneur. What did you get up to?
Well, yes, my fiancé and I bought a bridal boutique in our local town, Burgess Hill, about 3 years ago.
How's the bridal boutique going?
Yes, very well, thank you.
Is
Doing very well. Yes, we're in our 3rd year, but it's been going 20 years, so we're doing good.
And when are you going to get spliced yourself?
This June.
Oh, are you?
Yes, this June, so not far.
You'll get yourself a decent outfit. So.
Yes.
Brilliant. And do you have a love of antiques?
We tend to collect more sort of furniture, not so much little knickknacks. Picked up a very good bargain in Lewis in a flea market, a wardrobe, French wardrobe, reduced from 500 to about 150. So we find our bargains.
Is that a sort of haggling skills you're going to expose today?
Well, I hope so.
Well, better watch out these dealers, that's all I can say.
Anyway, very, very good luck to the Red sisters. Now for the Blues. Jules, how do you two know each other?
We used to work together, Tim, about 18 years ago, and we're also godparents to each other's children.
Well, that's rather sweet, isn't it?
It is.
That's a really nice way of keeping a connection forever. And how many children do you have?
I have 3 children, Chloe, who's 13, Sam, 11, and Olivia, who's 10.
And you've got a bit of an unusual hobby, I'm told.
Well, it's not that unusual. It's an up-and-coming hobby. It's wakeboarding, which is...
What?
Wakeboarding.
Wakeboarding, nothing to do with death, is it?
No.
Right.
It's like water skiing. Water skiing, but you're on a wakeboard.
Why don't you just go water skiing on water skis then?
Because that's not
cool.
trendy now.
Not cool enough.
No,
so you do it
wakeboarding
on
is
another
cool.
sort of plank?
Yes.
Now, I'm told that you've done an amazing amount of research before coming on the programme today.
Well,
Is that
I
true,
really
Jules?
wanted to impress you, Tim.
Yeah.
And I was full of good intentions.
Yeah.
But obviously life gets very busy.
What happened?
I didn't do anything.
What, nothing at all?
Nothing
You mean
at all.
you're completely unprepared?
Completely.
Vanessa,
Yes,
what did your family have to say when they found out that you were coming on Bargain Hunt?
they thought it was highly amusing.
Well,
Because obviously I have no idea of what antique
antique.
is.
What,
So
you-
I was relying on her, really.
What, you don't know anything about antiques?
No, nothing
You
at
were
all.
relying on her?
Yeah, to find out the knowledge.
Our wakeboarding champion? So you don't know anything?
No, nothing.
Lovely. Anyway, isn't this fun? How many
Yes.
children have you got?
I have 2. I have Harriet, who's 9, and Toby, who's 6.
You're also keen on doing photographs.
Yes, I like taking photographs myself, like my fellow contestant.
Yes, absolutely. You two will have to link up and compare notes.
And
what do you do with your photographs?
I put them in a scrapbook album, and you can write about your event that you've been on, like bargain hunt. I will be taking photos later.
Very good, and putting them in your album.
Yes.
Anyway, now we're ready for the £300 moment, all right? You ready for that?
you.
You're happy with
Definitely.
that, aren't you,
Thank
Amy?
you very
You're going
much.
to take £300. You know the rules. Your experts wait, and off you go, and very, very, very good luck.
Rendezvousing with the Red Girls today, it's David Barby. And escorting the Blue Girls, it's Philip Serrell.
Here come the girls, 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 girls. Here come the girls.
David, come over here and see what we found.
Who do I congratulate?
Well,
I think
it was
Sally found
It was the
it
two of us, but it was really
I wasn't
me.
meaning that way. This is very good, actually. But how could you place this in a home?
Well, I thought either a collector with dolls and teddies to put in.
Good idea.
Big house.
Maybe on a landing with a rocking horse.
Oh, that sounds even better. Mind you, it'd have to be a jolly large home, wouldn't it? When I was coming across, I just caught a glimpse of the undercarriage, and now I can see it. It's absolutely superb.
Yes, it's lovely.
These are wonderful. They're matching wheels. They're exactly the same size. Lovely spokes. And I would imagine when they move, you get this sort of rhythm.
Yes.
I love also the suspension underneath. Have you
Yes,
seen that?
And it bounces.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
I would think this is all original. Now, have you checked it for damage?
There is, just on this side, part of the wicker is damaged.
You can see the damage down there. There's nothing to worry about. That can easily be restored.
And then just the handle, we're missing a screw.
Right, OK, that follows through. That's easily remedied, I think.
And just a few stains.
It's very, very fragile.
Yeah.
So nobody's going to buy it for use.
Yeah.
But they are going to buy it, as you say, for display.
Yes.
What period do you think it is?
Not a clue.
I look at this and I think of the Impressionists. You know, was it the musical Sunday in the Park?
Yeah.
Gigi. It's all that sort of period. Late Victorian, Edwardian. And I think it's also in original state. This would be used, I think, in the summer months because of this fabric here and the open work, so it would keep the child cool. What's the price?
Well, it was up for 100.
We've managed to get him down to 80.
Are you sure he said £80 for this?
£80, he said he could get it down to.
Go for it, because I think there's a profit.
Yeah.
Well done. I'm going off to see if I can make such an interesting buy.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Well, the Reds are off to a very decisive start. Well done, girls.
Julie, Vanessa, come and have a look. What do you reckon to that then, girls?
It's interesting.
I like it. It's nice.
This is, it's just a bit different from a normal globe. And it's got sort of isotherms. You know what isotherms are? I used to be a geography teacher, so I really get all this in here, right? It's sort of, it's like a contour map, where contours join the heights of different places. This joins the temperature of different places.
Oh, right.
So you can see here how these lines join places of similar temperature. This was made, if you just look here, by Rand McNally & Co. Originally there were terrestrial and celestial globes, and the one was sort of relating to the land and the other was relating to the sky.
Yeah, no, it's nice. It looked nice in a study. It looked nice in the front room. It's pretty colours. I think it would be very sellable.
How old is it?
Age, I would think it's probably anywhere between sort of 40 and 60 years old.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah, and I think it's quite
good
nice.
condition then.
How much is it?
It's priced up at £35, okay?
Yeah.
And the dealer says we can buy it for 30 quid. How much would it make in auction?
Well, to the right person, it could be 40 quid, 50 quid.
Look at this. And
Maybe 50.
£30 and we all think there's a profit. How good is that?
That's good.
So, the Blues are off to a great start too.
Now, for fear of sounding sort of chauvinistic, isn't this sort of kit ideal for boys to play with?
No, I think girls enjoy it too. I'd like to play with it myself.
Really?
I just think toys are always a very interesting thing, and they always do very well.
What
at
interesting from a sort of
auctions.
social point of view?
Yeah, I think so. And they always make a nice display, really.
So what do you like about this?
I like its that it's in its original box. It's got a little bit of damage there.
Will that affect the profit, the box?
Well, I think the selling feature is the fact that it has got a box.
Yes.
If you saw this on the side without any box, not compacted like this, then I think it would be difficult in selling it.
Yes.
And this is the basic set you would buy from Hornby.
Yes.
Clockwork. It's clockwork. And I saw this running earlier on. I thought to myself, gosh, that's good. That it survives so long and it's in working order.
And all the track is there as
All
well.
the tracks there as well, which is so good. I suppose it would create a complete circle like this, so it would go perpetually round and round and round. It's rather nice. You've only got 2 carriages here, 2 wagons, a little tender, but I think that's a nice set.
What age would you say it is?
Late 40s, 50s, that sort of period. This is before plastic, it's before electric.
Yes.
Did you note the price?
Well, it's priced at £95. I have asked him for his very best, and that's
Yes.
65.
£65. But do you really think, and it goes up to auction, that it's going to make a profit? There's going to be somebody out there who has the
just
same
think-
enthusiasm that you do.
I think toys always do well.
I think you're right there. I can remember these from the 1950s, early 60s, when my father bought me a train set. So this is rather nice. And it's before plastic, it's before electric. It's the early clockwork.
Yes. So shall we go for it?
Yes, yes, why not? Let's go for it. £65.
Excellent.
I think you're going to make a profit on that.
£65 for a jolly nice shunt. Choo-choo.
Traded box, will I be waiting at the station? Will I have time for coffee, flavored kisses, and a bit of conversation?
Girls, fancy a smoke?
Well, I don't.
You don't smoke? You're a non-smoker?
Yes, afraid so.
Do you like this, though?
It's an interesting piece.
This is coloured leaded lights. If there's any damage to it, it completely hammers the value. So the first thing we want to look at is making sure it's absolutely in mint order. So it's in good order, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah.
No broken pieces.
No broken panes. I think that this has probably come out of well, clearly a pub. Tell you what I think, that, you know, I think anybody who's doing a summer house or doing their kitchen,
That'd be
Yeah.
a lovely idea.
right, put this in there. Or imagine if you've got a pub and everybody has to have these outside smoking areas now, don't they?
Yeah, no,
So
that's
you,
good.
you're going to
Yeah.
incorporate this into your outside smoking area.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Think of architectural salvage. You know, there's a lot of growth in that business.
Yeah, no, I like
I
that.
mean, I think it's
No, I
lovely.
do. How much is it?
It's priced up at £200. The dealer's a really nice guy, and he said we can have it for 160 quid.
Would he go any less than 160?
No, he's got a profit. He's got to make a living, you know. They're here at 5 o'clock in the morning. They travel all over the country, and he's got to make a living. All right.
I like it. I could see it outside in the summer house or in someone's old house.
There's a chance you might make 50 or 150 pounds.
That'd be good.
There's a chance you might lose 60 quid. And in a way, that's the beauty of bargaining, isn't it? Do you want to buy it?
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Convinced.
let's buy it.
Well, let's have a go then, shall we?
Phil paid £160 for the smoking screen. Now that's not to be coughed at.
Hey, do you look what I found?
What's that?
I bought this beautiful penguin. It's a wind-up toy, very unusual, I thought.
What does he do?
Well, it's got the original key.
Yes.
You
And it
wind-
waddles.
It waddles, exactly. So I'll just do it a little bit. Oh, yeah?
Yes. Oh, I can see his feet
There we are.
moving. Is that
I like
fun?
that. Well done.
Oh, that's absolutely
Yeah,
superb.
do you like
It's
it?
lovely.
I just noticed when I handled it, made in Great Britain.
Yeah.
So that's a little tin plate toy, probably sort of 30s, 40s.
Yes.
Japan, Germany, Britain were all making these sort of very cheap produced toys. So not a large number have survived. And to be in working order, that's quite good.
Yes.
What's the price there?
Well, I paid £20,
Right?
and that was a knockdown. It was originally 35.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Oh, that's brilliant. OK, so our job's finished.
It is. We've got
Okay,
all three
I
items.
think we should have a cup of tea, celebrate, and pick up a
A chocolate biscuit.
chocolate biscuit.
Let's see how the blues are faring.
I really like it, Phil.
Why?
Why?
What you got here?
I really like this. Do you not think she's stunning?
I can see why. That's a Julie thing.
That is a
It's
Julie
bit,
thing,
yeah,
is it?
a bit
What?
wacky, a little bit different.
A bald plastic woman with a 15-inch neck that was born in the 60s.
Don't be unkind to her, Phil.
She'd love to put hats on it, jewellery on it.
She is stunning. She's a beautiful woman. What do
Right.
you reckon, Phil?
What do I reckon? Let me have a look. I'm lost for words, really. It doesn't happen very often. But I mean, she's made out of plastic. I would think she's probably mid-60s. And she's an advertising sort of display thing. Would have been in hairdressers or a hat shop or something?
Probably a hat shop. Probably a hat shop.
Hat would improve her, wouldn't it?
Ah.
A hat.
Oh, no, not that hat. She wouldn't like that hat.
Evening all?
She wouldn't like that.
Evening all? So, how much is it?
She's marked up for £25.
And you think you get a little bit of a discount?
I think he'll give us a bit off.
What, sort of £20?
Yeah,
So if we assume that we can buy this at £20, do you think there's a profit in it?
Well, hopefully.
Who is actually going to buy her at auction?
I'd buy her.
You would?
Yes, definitely.
I'm
Would you buy her?
really beginning to worry about you.
I'm not so sure, but no, but you know, let her have her piece. It's a Julie thing. She's unique. She's different. I can
She
see
is
why
different.
she likes
Who are we
it.
talking about now? Are you going to buy it?
I'd like to.
Let her have her thing, yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, no,
Well,
definitely.
Come on then.
Thank you.
She's always like this.
Yeah, she is.
Keep your hair on. Julie used her head. She's got the wig stand for £20.
Our ladies have been busy today, but enough's enough. Time's up. Let's recap on what the Radiant Reds have bought.
The Reds forked out £80 for the pram. Let's hope it rolls away at the auction. Will the Hornby train set be their ticket to success? £65 paid. Is it a wind-up? They're hoping their clockwork penguin will pick up a profit.
You are wicked shoppers, you sisters, aren't you? Did you have a good time?
We
Absolutely.
had an excellent time, thank you.
Super. Which is your favourite piece?
My favourite is the penguin. It's a wind-up toy penguin.
Yeah, do you agree with that, sis?
Definitely my favourite. I think, although it was the cheapest,
The cheapest,
definitely the quick.
best fun.
Yes.
But which piece is going to bring the biggest profit?
I think probably the pram.
The pram.
Yeah, the pram, I think,
Yeah.
is definitely the best.
Well, you only spend £165, which gives me £135 worth of leftover lolly for David Barby.
Well, that's a lot of money, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
Are you going to be able to take responsibility?
I think so. They're such practical girls, actually, so I've got to think in lines of practicality.
Really? Well, you've already had the pram moment, so goodness only knows what you're going to come up with next.
I'm not going down that road, thank you.
Good luck, David. Now, let's remind ourselves what the beautiful Blues bought.
They're hoping that their globe will leave the punters spinning at the auction. £30 paid. They parted with £160 for the smoke room window. Will it prove to be all smoke and mirrors at the auction? Did they lose their heads? They dished out 20 quid for the wig stand. Well, hats off to them.
You naughty girls, you had a good time there, didn't you? You really did.
We did too.
Now, which is your favourite piece?
I'm going to have to say the model's head.
You would,
Going to have
wouldn't
to
you?
stick with that, yes.
I liked the smoke room.
Is that your favourite? Is that your
Yes,
favourite
yes,
piece?
it is, yeah.
Okay, lovely. And which piece is going to bring the biggest profit, do you think?
The smoke room glass.
Smoke room
yes.
glass. At
Yeah.
least you are agreeing with that.
Yes.
And you spent a thoroughly wholesome £210.
Yes.
So £90 worth of leftover lolly. Thank you. £90, Philip.
I'm going to blow the lot.
Are you going to blow the lot?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that makes
Every
a
last
change, doesn't it?
I'm going to go out in a blaze of glory. This is it. Watch this.
Anyway, there we are. I'm off somewhere good in the woods.
The seat of the Dukes of Richmond. Goodwood House is a magnificent Regency mansion set in beautiful wooded parkland at the foot of the South Downs in West Sussex.
Goodwood House itself was bought and remodelled by the first three Dukes of Richmond. Essentially, though, the second and third Dukes were responsible for starting the core collection of furniture and pictures. When the third Duke died in 1806, his 42-year-old nephew, Charles Lennox, inherited basically what we see today, together with a whole lot of debts.
The fourth Duke didn't grow up at Goodwood, and because of his debts, couldn't afford to live permanently in the house once he succeeded to the dukedom.
An honest and hard-working military man, he served his country loyally all his life. He also performed additional services, having fathered no less than 14 children. He was present at the Battle of Waterloo, and I have to say, being allowed to sit in this chair gives me a particular frisson of excitement. Why would that be? Well, on the face of it, this chair has nothing particularly special to commend it. simply veneered in nice quality bits of mahogany. It's been lovingly cared for and preserved. Even the leather seat, where the original leather has perished in the middle, has been repaired with a new piece of leather, but as much of the original has been preserved. This chair actually belonged to Napoleon, and it was presented to the 4th Duke following the Battle of Waterloo. This is the chair that on the morning of the battle, Napoleon would have sat upon. Now, anything that is associated with the late emperor is incredibly interesting to collectors and scholars around the world. So, did the Duke manage to acquire any other collectibles when he was over in Belgium? Well, he did. And here we've got a little breakfast plate. And it's inscribed, "This was Bonaparte's plate at breakfast at La Ferme de Cailloux on the glorious 18th of June, 1815. And it was presented to the 4th Duke's wife, Charlotte, Duchess of Richmond. The Duke died 4 years after Waterloo, and the tale of the Duke who couldn't afford to live in his family seat, therefore, is one of both courage and service. I wonder what sort of tales our teams will be telling right now over at the auction. Well, it's great to be in West Sussex at Bellman's sale room with Jonathan Pratt, our auctioneer of the moment. How are you, Jonathan?
I'm very well, Timothy.
Now, Amy and Sally and David Barby went with this pram. This is a bit kind of passé for the modern mother to be wandering around West Sussex with.
It is a little.
Well, who is going to buy it then?
Well, you know, it's ornamental. It's the sort of thing, I suppose, that in a large house they might put in the corner of the nursery. It's made of wicker, and we've got these sort of spoke wheels. The lining, I think, has been replaced at some point.
But it might make £20, £30, something like that?
We've said sort of £50, £80.
50 to £80.
Yeah.
They paid £80. Now, they've gone with the O-gauge Hornby whatnot. Now, you're of a generation that never knew these things, right?
No, I had a 127.
You would have.
Yeah.
But I'm afraid I wore my corduroy shorts out, strappling around on the floor following my Hornby. So this is just, I guess, at the end of the 50s. I don't know, that sort of period.
Yeah, it's that sort of date. End of the 50s. Tin plate, like you say, just before we start getting into moulded plastics and electric.
But is it the sort of collectible number then?
The steam trains are very nostalgic. The people are buying back that sort of thing still.
So what do you think it'll bring?
£20 to £30.
Oh dear, that's a downer for them. They paid £65, you see.
Well, we do very well with toys, you know. I mean, we have a chance of getting it, but I think that's optimistic, really.
Yes. Now, the tin plate walking toy clockwork penguin,
Yes.
that is a must, isn't it, that?
It's a good thing in the fact that it's, you know, there's a lot of reproduction of these types of things.
Yes.
But this is right for 1935, so it's a nice little object.
What sort of money then?
Well, you know, 20, 30, 40 pounds.
Oh, well, that would be great.
Yeah.
I mean, they only paid £20, you see,
Yeah.
so that's very good. Anything more than £20 we'll be very grateful for, because the other two items, I think, are pretty US, and therefore they will need their bonus buy. You spent £165, yes?
Yes.
We did.
And you gave David £135 of leftover lolly. What did he spend it on?
Wow.
Well, this cost £110. This is an early 20th century wash set. You find it in the bedroom. There's a jug and basin, toothbrush holder, sponge dish, soap dish, chamber pot, and this wonderful waste bowl made by one of the most important companies in ceramic manufacturing in England, Copeland. The design is very much sort of arts and crafts, guild school, and this is the waste bucket. So after you'd had your wash, after you'd used the chamber pot, everything went in here and it was taken away by your servant.
Okay.
Isn't that lovely?
It's empty
Very
now,
nice.
is it?
Empty now, I can assure you, yes.
That's good, lovely. So, how many pieces are there altogether then?
Well, there's this and 6 other pieces, Tim.
6 other pieces?
Yes.
The whole set, girls?
And it's in good condition?
All in good condition. Jerry, jug and basin, sponge dish.
Handy, girls.
Quite nice.
Excellent.
And do you think this would be popular for someone today?
I think so, because often this is used as a jardiniere.
So, have we got a prediction, do you think, of how much it might bring, this whole set?
Well, it depends how generous the crowd are, but knowing your expertise, we should do quite well.
Well, I think it's got a chance. I think
Of
it's got
making a
chance
profit.
Of making a profit. I'd like to see it go for around about £160, the whole lot.
Excellent.
So there might be 40, 50 pounds profit in it,
Exactly.
depending on who's around. Okay. Now you don't have to decide right now. Okay. You'll decide after the sale of the first 3 items. But for you, the viewers at home, let's find out what the auctioneer thinks about it.
Now, Jonathan, what about this lot?
Oh, wow, what have we got here then?
There's a whole mass of it, I can tell you. Now,
Half a Staffordshire.
Half a Staffordshire, yes. That's a handy thing, that old soap dish, isn't it?
Yeah, soap dish, sponge bowl or something. Yeah, it's quite handy.
This is very handy.
Yeah, no, it's all very decorative. It's Copeland's early 20th century, isn't it?
But
Here
quite
we
a
go.
sort of modern look to it.
It's a very pretty design, so...
Yeah.
I think
And
it's
at
quite a
least
nice
it's
thing.
what they call clean.
Yes.
What would be your estimate then, old fruit?
I think we're probably going to get something like 80 to 120 pounds for it.
Oh, well, that would be... We need the top end, actually.
Yeah.
Because old Barby's bought it for 110, and he rates it as a profitable item. That's it for the reds. Now for the blues. Julie and Vanessa, their first item is this handsome schoolroom globe. How do you rate these things and these globes? Everybody likes a globe for some reason, don't they?
Well, absolutely, yeah. I mean, they're easy to place in the room. Very useful, very decorative. The earlier ones, they always sell very well. So...
Yes, but a later thing like this, what do you think it'll bring?
Well, perhaps being a little conservative, 20 to 30 pounds.
£30 they paid.
Got a bit of interest already.
What, international interest or local interest?
Yes, from over there, look, in the in America.
The second item for them is this wig stand.
I think they stuck their neck out a little bit with that one, didn't they?
Anyway, how much then?
I think they'll be lucky at a tenner, really.
10
to
15
20,
pounds?
yeah, 10 to 15
£20
pounds.
they paid. Now, last up for them is the smoke room light, which is at least a period fitting, isn't it? I mean, the frame and the
Absolutely.
leaded lights and everything else.
Yeah.
It did genuinely come from some pub, probably a London pub. What do you think?
Certainly late 19th century, this leaded glass is very decorative and shows the style of the late Art Nouveau sort of period.
So, do you reckon it'll sell well?
It has a chance of selling, yeah,
How
absolutely. 60 to 80 pounds.
Oh, dear. They paid £160 for that. I think they're going to need their bonus buy. Let's go and have a look at it.
£90 of your money, girls, was spent on an object, and we're going to reveal it now, and Philip's going to tell you all about this. Ready for this, Philip?
All ready, Tim.
You can take it off.
Are we on 3,
1, 2,
Tim?
3, 1, 2, 3, off! I think they like it, Phil.
That's
I
very
hope so.
big. It's ginormous.
Gosh, thanks.
What is it?
It's a screen.
But it's see-through.
Has it got little curtains or something?
Yeah, well, no, I mean,
Little blinds.
it probably should have all have been panelled at one point in time, but it's a sort of a late 19th, early Edwardian mahogany full-fold screen, and I spent all of your 90 quid on it, but I just think that's cheap. It's a great decorator's lot. I think this will make between 100 and 150 pounds.
Oh, I hope so.
So it's a little period piece, isn't it?
Yeah, I like
it's a
it.
little period piece.
Well made.
You spent £90 on it. Your man thinks it's cheap. He sees a bit of a profit on it. But you girls don't have to decide until after the sale of your first 3 items, OK? But for the audience at home, let's see whether the auctioneer is feeling a draft. Now, Jonathan,
Yeah.
Here it is. Do you rate this screen?
I think it's superb quality. It's a lovely thing. Late 19th, early 20th century mahogany with fantastic brass hinges where it sort of articulates both sections rather neatly in these
in
lovely...
both directions.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
And then you've got this lovely rounded mahogany which finishes it off on both sides, so you've got a nice clean edge on both sides.
Yes.
Absolutely wonderful.
So how much do you think it's going to bring?
70 to 100 pounds?
Well, Cyril rates it. He paid £90.
90 pounds.
So I think you're going to have to work quite hard with that. Are you going to be taking the sale today? You are?
I will be, yes.
What could be more appropriate in a library sitting at your writing table than one of these little jokers? It's a pen and ink stand, or, as it's known in France, an encrier. And this little fellow is French. It was made between 1824 and 1830 during the reign of King Charles X. And during that period, there was an explosion in the manufacture of quality metal-encrusted goods. The central figure of a little Cupid is holding a garland aloft, and that is simply the handle with which you would cart it about your library. The 2 little pots on either side are where you would insert the end of your quill pens, and you might use this little trough in front, perhaps to put a bit of sealing wax or even a pencil or 2. And of course, the 2 pots either side were for ink. But the problem with these is that they've got replacement tops.
Just look at these rather boring and plain later tops that have been put on in comparison to the absolutely stellar quality of the gilt bronze mount, say, running around that gallery. This border at the bottom is called a cabochon moulding, and that's got spiral bands of little dots and engraved lines. The timber is ebony veneering, and even nicer, it's got this little drawer. Not exactly a secret drawer, but a smashing little drawer. It would be the sort of place that you might keep your little secret notes, something like that. Overall then, jolly nice quality. The estimate is £200 to £300. It'll be most interesting to see what it brings in the auction in a minute. Now, girls, how excited are you both?
Very excited.
On a scale of 10, how?
About 12, 13.
Oh, you're right up there, aren't you? What about you, Ames?
Off the scale.
You're off the scale, really.
yeah.
The wee pram, okay,
Yes.
which you paid £80 for, he's estimated at 50 to 80. That could be a bit of a problem. It just depends on the dolly type by a rather than a lady with a baby, I think. And that was your thinking, frankly, wasn't it?
Absolutely. Or shop display.
Shop display, absolutely. The tin plate train set, the old Hornby O gauge, you paid £65 for that. He's only put 20 to 30 on it. He's a bit iffy about the cardboard cover. And the clockwork penguin, right?
Our favourite.
Hopalong, which you paid £20 for Hopalong, right? That's estimated at 20 to 40 pounds. So there's a bit of hope there. And if all else fails, Mr. Barby's dressing table set could be the thing that saves your bacon. But first up is going to be your perambulator, and here it comes.
£14.99, an Edwardian basket work wrought iron pram with folding canopy. And £20 to start me. £20. Is that a bid, Sarah? £20 I'm bid. On the right, £20. Looking for two now. £20 on the right.
Go on.
Where are we? 22,
Come on.
25, 28, 30, 5, 5 for them.
Come on.
40, 5, 50, Sarah, and 5, 60, and 5, 70, and 5, 80, and 5, 90, and 5.
Look at
£90 then in the doorway at £90. So I see 5. £90 it is then. I'm going to sell at £90. Last chance, selling £90.
£90. £90 plus £10. That is absolutely brilliant. God, that was sticky. Now, here comes the train set.
Lot 1500, a 1950s Hornby train set. We've got a locomotive and tender. £20 I'm bid. £20 I'm bid, looking for two. 22, 25, 28 dead centre. £28. Looking for 30 now. £28, 30, 2, 35, 38, 40, 5, £40 there, 5, 50, 5, 60, £55 then standing on the right, £55. £55, any further bidding? At £55, selling last chance at £55.
We sold it at £55. That is minus £10. You have wiped your face so far.
Okay.
So, hop along.
1501, we have a British tin plate penguin, and I got to start at a tenner. £10 for this, looking for £10. 10 I'm bid, thank you, at 10. 12 anyone? 10 ladies bid at the front. 12, 15, 15, 18, 20, 22, £22 far right now at £22. 5 anywhere else? £22 I'll sell. Last chance selling at £22.
£22. Well, that's better than nothing, isn't it? That's £2. After all that business, you are £2 up. How good is that? That's a pound each.
I'm very pleased.
You're
At least
very
we're not
pleased.
losing.
Could be a lot worse.
Now, what are you going to do then? Are you going to invest your £110, which David Barby has invested on your behalf? You are going to go with it. You're definitely going to go with it. All right, fine. You're going to trust David. Everything is crossed. Okay, legs and all.
Yes.
Okay, right. They're going with a bonus buy. Here comes the toilet set.
Lot 1505, a Copeland Spode pottery 7-piece toiletry set, and I can start at straight in at £80. £80. £5. £80 I'm bid.
Come on.
5 and 5, 90, 5, 100.
Come on.
£100 or 10. 110, 120, £120 then still with me at 120. Finished at 120, £120 then at 120. Any further bidding at 120? £120. 130, 140.
Oh,
140,
come on.
150, £140 then still with me at £140 then, selling for 140.
£140. Well done, David. That is plus 30 quid on that, which is very fair. £30 plus your £2 is £32 up. How good is that? That is brilliant. That's all right, isn't it, on the kiss front? Now, the Auctioneer, little inkstand. It's coming up next. The estimate is £200 to £300. Here it comes.
1566, a 19th century ebony and ormolu mounted desk stand with cherubic figure. I can go straight in at £220. £220 the desk stand. Looking for 30 now. £220, 230, 240, 250, 260, 270, 280, £290 with you, madam, at £290 now. Looking for 300. Lady seated then, we'll get it at £290 if we're all done. Last time at £290.
Ah, £290, yon yon. Now, Jules, Finesse.
Yes.
How are you, girls?
Fine.
Do you know how the Reds got on?
No, we don't.
They kept that quiet, have they?
They kept it very
Yeah,
quiet.
well, you don't want to know how they got on. So how excited are you two feeling?
We're really excited.
Really? Okay, scale of 1 to 10?
15.
15.
20.
20. She's bragging again. Anyway, you had Philip Searle find you your 12-inch globe, right? He paid 30 quid for it. The auctioneer's estimate is 20 to 30 pounds. But even the auctioneer knows that that is a mean and nasty little estimate because that thing could do really, really well. Anyway, let's get on. See the first 3 lots, and the first up is this globe. Here it comes.
Lot 1523, a Rand McNally & Co. new 12-inch terrestrial globe. And I've got considerable interest in this to start me straight in at £60, £70.
Look at that in it.
75 and 80 and 5 and 90 and 5.
Look at this.
Then at £100. 10 anyone? £100 it is then, and selling. Last chance at £100.
Phil, £100. That's very good. Plus 70.
Go, girls.
That's one of the perks of the job.
We haven't got to do that at the end, though.
Look, here comes the wig stand.
Wig stand in the form of a lady's head. There she is there, gazing out at us all. I've got a lot of interest here to start me at £25. £25. 25 with me, 28, 30. £30, what two? No, £30 then with me at £30. I'll sell. No further bids, and it's at £30. There we go.
£30. That is plus 10. Settle, settle. Now, here we go. Here we go with the smoke room.
Glass smoke room window. Nice lot this. I can start at £60, 65 I'm bid at £65. Looking for 70 now. And 75, 80 if you like. 75 with me then at £75. With me at 75. 85, 95.
Get on £100. Go on!
£100 standing right by the door. £100 then.
Go
on. Selling £100.
Oh no, £100. That is so bad luck. That is minus 60 on that. All right, that means you're plus 20 actually. You're £20 like you're £20 in profit. That is such a good result, babies. Don't be disappointed. All that jumping up and down. It was so nice to see. Well, you were excited. I mean, you made all that money at one moment, and then it came back a bit. But what are you going to do now? You're going to make some more money. You're going to invest some of your £20 profits in the screen. What do you want to do with the screen? Well, hang on a minute, because the £20 could be a winning score, you know. You could be beating the Reds at £20. You're £20 in profit. But on the other hand, you might not be.
It's your call.
Go for it. Okay.
You are going to go. Yeah, we are going with the bonus buy. We're going with the bonus buy. We have a decision. Anyway, here it comes. Quickly then. Here comes the bonus buy. Here comes the screen.
1529, an Edwardian mahogany framed 4-fold screen. And I can start at £80 with me at £80. Do I see the 5? £80 and 5 and 90 and 5.
You're in. Well done, Phil.
110.
You're there, mate. Yes! Well done. Here we go.
£120, looking for 30 now. £120.
£120. You've got £120.
Come on, please.
Go on.
Last chance, selling £120.
Sold it. Well, that's absolutely marvellous. Plus 30.
I don't feel sorry.
Plus 30 pounds. That is fantastic. Is that not brilliant? That is
Blue is my lucky colour.
Well, isn't it lucky colour? I mean, it was a difficult decision for you, right? But you did cogitate a bit. They did cogitate, didn't they? Yeah, anyway, there you go. You are going to walk home with 50 smackers, right?
Woo!
Just settle down now, right? Look a bit gloomy, for goodness sake. Right? Look a bit gloomy. You're gloomy. I don't think they're good at gloomy, these girls. I can't tell you what a lovely moment this is to be handing out cash to both teams. But which team's ahead? You've been chatting to one another?
No.
No communication at all between yourselves? Oh, well, that's very nice too, isn't it? Because there is one team that is marginally ahead. Well, I'm afraid to tell you that the runners-up today are the Reds. Oh, look at those sisterly faces.
Well done.
You guys have done extraordinarily well. £32 will go in your back pocket. Actually, you were only going to count a couple of quid, and then you went with the bonus buy, which is a very smart thing to do.
Yes,
and
well
old Barby comes up with a £30 profit on your toilet set, which was very respectable, David, wasn't it?
I thought so, yeah.
Anyway, £32. There you go.
Thank
It's
you
30,
very much.
and here's £2. Have you enjoyed yourselves?
It has
though?
been excellent. We've
Yeah.
had great fun.
Well,
Thank you
we've
very
loved
much.
having you on the programme. You've been a fantastic team. But for the victors, these girls, look at that.
Yay!
£70 profit on the geographer's sphere. That was pretty good, wasn't it, Phil? £70 profit. Absolutely brilliant. The wig stand. £10 profit. What about that? Not so good on the leaded light window, though, right? Anyway, you were £20 ahead. You went with Phil. You went with the four-fold screen. That was very wise. You got another £30 for that. You are £50 up. How about that? That's £25 each. Are you pleased?
Yes, delighted.
What's your reaction, Phil?
I'm moved.
Anyway, join us soon for some more bargain hunting. Yes?
Yes!
Jimmy's still being held against his will and things are taking a turn for the worse. Doctors on the way later at 1:45. And a millionaire is convinced his life is in danger. Jessica's on the case in Murder, She Wrote at 2:15 on BBC One.